Hi everyone, so this is a quick update video on my attempts to get rid of the spring noise in my RS3M 2020. So last night I was just casually playing with my cube, about to go to bed, and I was thinking about the screw and spring structure, and I made the observation in the video that this spring would not stay perfectly vertical, and what would happen is that the end of the spring would end up just scraping against the side of the screw head because the spring wouldn't stay vertical. So I was thinking, in the spring there's two contact points where the end of the spring, this sharp bit over here, has contact. There's one down here in the center with the washer and one up here with the screw head. So I thought, why not just glue the spring to the screw head? That way the spring is always aligned, and the point of contact when the screw rotates, or more accurately, when the rest of the centerpiece rotates around the screw, is forced to be down here, which is a lot quieter because it's not scraping against the side of the screw head. Very simple idea. And then and obviously all the way down here where the washer is, there's a whole bunch of core lube. And so now there's no spring noise. There's almost no spring noise. It's very hard to hear, and I consider this pretty acceptable. A lot better than what the cube was like before. So I'm gonna show you this other side. You can hear that this yellow side has some spring noise, and so I'm just gonna do the exact same thing. So I'm gonna show you guys how I solved this spring noise issue with glue. I mean, the concept is really simple. You guys shouldn't need a tutorial, but I'll show you guys anyway. I have some super glue over here. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. I've let the super glue dry a little bit, and now I'm gonna put the screw back in. So I have some Traxxas 50K for where the spring contacts the washer, just for good measure. Put a little bit on. There we go. And carefully, maybe I'll just use some tweezers. Carefully put the screw back in. Let's see how it is. There's still a little bit of spring noise, so I'm just gonna put a little bit more core lube in. Okay, there we go. The spring noise is not completely removed, but it's a lot more tolerable now, and now I can barely hear it. I have to be listening really closely. So I think what would help remove the spring noise entirely is if the screw was glued on both ends to something flat, such as a washer on both ends. That way, the very end of the screw with the sharp metal bit wouldn't be able to scrape against anything, and you would just have flat surfaces contacting each other, in contact, rubbing against each other, which wouldn't generate that clicky sound. I know in my last video I was a little bit harsh on the RS3M 2020, but as I've said in the comments, we've had over 10 years to develop speed cubes, and having the screws come out is just unacceptable, especially if a beginner gets recommended the RS3M 2020 as their very first cube, and then just one of the centerpieces falls out and a whole layer falls out, and it's just a really bad experience because they don't know what's wrong. They don't know if the cube was broken or whatever happened. It's just a very bad impression. I don't know if I've tensioned this cube very evenly after messing around with it for this video, but spring noise is mostly taken care of, and that's all I have for this video. So see you in the next one.